Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I'm starting this video a little different than my other ones, but I figured I'd show you guys the finished look. So yeah, here it is. I did a very smoky blue eye look with a lot of blue glitter and a lot of eyeliner, and it came out really nice. I really enjoyed filming this video for you guys, so I hope you enjoy it too. So let's jump right into it. All right, so I just primed my face. I used my favorite Maybelline Master Primer base. It's the Hydrate and Smooth 051. So I just used that and applied that everywhere. And then I also used my BECCA Backlight Priming Filter, and this is the Gold Glow one, and I just put it around the outsides of my face, down the nose, and on the bottom of my chin. And then I went ahead and also did my brows. I used the Benefit Goofproof Brow Pencil in the shade 3 to fill in my brows. Then I also used Benefit 3D Browtones, which is like a setting gel, but it has like a lighter tint to it. So it kind of goes through and adds some hair-like strokes back to your eyebrows after you just like caked them in with brow product. So I really like using that to bring back the feather in my brow a little bit. Yeah, so that's all I did off camera. Now I'm going to go in with some foundation. So I'm going to use the BareMinerals BarePro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation in the shade Sateen 05. And I'm going to use that with my damp beauty blender. I'm just going to pump it on the back of my hand actually. Usually you guys know I use like a plate, but you know, sometimes a girl don't got time for that. So we're just going to put it on her face. Make sure you take it down your neck and on your ear. I know it looks like I'm using a lot of product, but I'm really not. I'm really trying to disperse it pretty evenly everywhere. We're gonna use a lot of layers of cream contour and cream blush today, so I don't want to make my base too heavy, especially when we still have concealer to put down. So now that I have my foundation done, I'm gonna go ahead and pin back my hair. I totally forgot to do that before foundation. And then by the time I thought of it, it was a little too late, which was unfortunate. But I'm just gonna pin my hair back with these clips. I like to use these when my hair is done. They're just like those brooch clips that you use sometimes like to pull your hair like half up, half down. I don't know, I had them from like when I was really little, but they work really nice for this, especially to get all these little baby hairs over here to hold your hair back. I think it works really nicely. Now that I look even crazier, we're gonna go in with some concealer, and I changed my routine up with my concealer recently. I've been trying out this LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in their light pink color because I've been having a lot of trouble with like dark circles right around here, like from my inner corner straight down. I've been having so much darkness for some reason, so I feel like this has been helping. So it's like a bristle tip, so I just fill the bristles with the product and then I just stamp it right where the blue areas are where I really need the coverage. And I feel like it's been helping a little bit. I went with a light pink color because when color correcting, you're supposed to use whatever the color you're trying to conceal, the opposite color on the color wheel. So I'm trying to conceal like the blue purple tones. You would usually go with an orange. But I was afraid that the orange would be too opaque and you would see it through my concealer. So I chose to go with like this pink tone, which is supposed to do the same thing just for now until like, I don't know, maybe I'll bump it up when I'm done with this one. But I just wanted to see like if it would make a difference. And I feel like it's been making, I mean, not like a huge difference, but it's been making a little bit of a difference. So I'm just gonna, you know, keep using it for now, and we'll see. I kind of like it. It hasn't been like too drying or anything. I was worried that adding a whole nother layer of a liquid would cake up my makeup routine and it make my under eyes look a little crepey, but it really hasn't been. It's actually been quite nice to use. So we're just gonna keep going with it and hope it does the trick today. I'm dragging my concealer onto the top of my eyelid as well because that's going to be my base for my eyeshadow look today. Oh my gosh, I keep holding my mouth open. That is like my biggest pet peeve of myself when I'm editing my videos, and probably every other beauty like YouTuber, but it is so annoying to watch when I'm editing for days on end and all I can look at is my mouth wide open while I'm blending. Like it's so annoying. It is so annoying. So I'm trying my best. I'm very sorry if that annoys you too. Yeah, I think my under eyes look really good. I'm just gonna add a little bit more, especially with the blue eyeshadow look we're doing today. You really wanna make sure you cancel out the blue and purple tones under your eyes when you're gonna do like a blue or purple eyeshadow look, because it'll really pull that color. So I'm just gonna go in with more of the color corrector, and then I'll see if I need to add a little bit more concealer or not. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more concealer because you can see that pink tone. Oh my god, and I totally need to get my eyebrows done. So please, please don't look at them too closely. I would love to go get them done, but the coronavirus just has different ideas for my eyebrows. So they will not be done for a little while. And then yeah, I totally forgot to mention, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade 20B Light. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face now with the RCMA No Color Powder. It comes in this container, but I just put it in the little one. I'm gonna use my Beauty Blender to blend out the creases before I set my under eyes. How have you guys been holding up out there with all this coronavirus stuff? Are you guys partaking in the toilet paper dilemma? You guys stealing all the old ladies' toilet paper? Are you guys being level-headed and not stockpiling toilet paper? I don't know where someone heard that, you know, the coronavirus gives you potty issues, but I haven't heard that. So we got our regular amount of toilet paper and we are doing just fine over here in my household. But yeah, it's been crazy. I really hope, well, I'm loving being off of school right now because I've been able to clean out my room and stuff like that, which has been really nice. But I do hope, I'm a senior, so I really hope that I get to have a prom and a commencement, because I'll be so sad if we don't get to do that. Every person looks forward to their prom and commencement, so I really hope that we get to do that, because it would be a shame if we didn't. If anything, I'll think they'll just postpone it, which will be good, but I'm hoping for the best. I'd love to go back to school literally like the day before like the cutoff date for us to have to move prom. That would be wonderful, but you know, our luck, I don't know if that'll happen. I'm just gonna go in with a smaller brush to set my eyelids so I don't mess up my eyebrows. Although, as we mentioned, they're not looking their best today. Yeah, so I posted this eyeshadow look that I'm going to do on my Instagram and had you guys vote. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you guys can follow my YouTube channel Instagram, and that's KirstenKathleen11. I have to start posting more on there. I've really only been posting when I upload a video, so I have to get some more makeup looks on there. I was messing around with my friend the other night, who you met if you watched my last video, the Week in My Life vlog, Olivia. We were messing around and we were just doing our makeup, and I came up with the pink eye look and the blue eye look, and I couldn't choose, so thank you guys for your help. You guys picked the blue one, like, I think it was like 55 to 45 last time I looked. I'll put it up here so you guys can see it. But yeah, I was excited to do the blue one. So now that my face is set, and just a tip, what you can do is you can run your fingers over your cheek area and make sure that your face isn't tacky, because if it still is tacky, then your bronzer and stuff will not go on as smooth as it would if you really make sure that your cheeks and your forehead are set. So I always make sure to like tap my face to make sure the tackiness is gone. I don't know, that might help some people if you've noticed that your bronzer or your blush is going on kind of choppy. Oh my gosh, I just set my face and I was gonna do cream contour. Ugh. Okay, that's okay, we can save this, We're still gonna cream contour. I'm gonna set my face with my Morphe Prep and Set and really drench it and let it soak in there. No worries, friends. So in this case, when you do cream products, you do not want to set your face first. Let this be a lesson to everyone. You do not want to set your face first, because then it will cling to the powder, which is not ideal. So I'm gonna go over it with my sponge real quick and just push in all of the setting spray. What a pain. That's okay. We're gonna save it. So I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution Revelation Stick. I believe this is their foundation stick, and I'm gonna use the shade F13. Okay. No, I am not using this for foundation. I'm using it to cream bronze. If I was using this for foundation, that would not be good. So I'm going to use a Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush Foundation Brush, and it's 56 is the brush. And I'm just going to, this is such a messy component. That's the only thing I have against this product, is the product is so wonderful and creamy, but it just gets all over the stick, which is annoying, especially when you go to put the cap on, but I can overlook it. So I'm going to dip in with my brush. I'm just tapping it on the top, and usually I'll tap it on the back of my hand to make sure like those big chunks don't come off on my face. And then I'll just start to press it on with my brush. And since we have the powder on there, it's going to be a little harder to blend, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to dip in and just pounce. I'm not dragging or pulling. I'm only pouncing it into my skin. I might drag a little bit over the areas where there are a little bit of chunky parts. But yeah, I'm just going to blend that in. You can drag more towards the top of your forehead because you're just kind of pushing it into your hairline. You don't have to be too precise. Yeah, so what I do is I really place it in like a 3 motion. So it's like a 1 swoop and then a 2 swoop. So it's like that number 3 shape on your face. And that's usually like how I go by. And I make the bottom of my 3 at the end of my cheekbone. You can see that there's like a shadow right here, which is not like exactly what we want. It's fine, especially if we're like just bronzing up our face. Like, we're not necessarily contouring with this, but it does end up looking kind of like a contour on the ends because, I mean, we placed it under our cheekbones. But that's not really the goal with this. It's more just to warm up our face. And then I usually use whatever is left over on the back of my hand or on my brush, if that's enough, and I kind of just go on the top of my nose with it. I kind of like how it looks. It makes it look more like a sun-kissed, freckly nose, in my opinion. And then usually I'll take a little bit on my eyelids, honestly. Just whatever, again, is left over my brush. I'm not dipping back in or anything, because then it could get a little too crazy. I try to put the base of my brush, too, like right in the crease of my eyelid, so I'm not putting it on my eyelid, just more so in the crease. Now, I don't know if you could see, but it kind of did lift up my foundation a little bit on my cheeks. Not so much on my forehead, just because that we did put the setting powder down first on accident. But that's okay. I'm going to take my same beauty blender that I used to apply my foundation, and I'm just going to stamp over it to kind of blend it into my face. And that seems to be working to fix the little lift up areas. You also want to make sure you push this into your hairline because you don't want to have that white mark right here. You want to make sure that it blends seamlessly in your hairline. If you did go a little overboard or you brought it down a little too low, you can take a little bit more concealer. And I usually just draw a short line, mainly lower towards the end of my cheek, so then I could take this and blend it up. And I make the kissy face just to get it right up underneath my cheekbone. I'm going to go ahead and reset where I put the concealer and where I put the bronzer, just so when we apply the powder bronzer it doesn't get choppy. But I'm not going to do it under my eyes again because I already did that. And as you see, pouncing over the bronzer with your beauty blender and with the setting powder really mutes the bronzer down a little bit. So don't be too afraid if you put too much. You can always take some away. I mean, unless you like make a war zone or something. Just a little goes a long way, so just be careful as you add it, but you can always fix your mistakes with a little bit of concealer and some setting powder. So now that we are bronzed, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of cream blush. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for the cream bronzer, and I'm gonna do the same thing and rub it on the top, and then just pounce it over my cheeks a little bit. So now that we've done all our creams and we have our face set, I think it's looking really good. And it kind of just warmed us up and gave us some dimension to our face. So now we're going to go in with the powder products. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of powder just to set down the products we already have. And I'm using, I didn't tell you what blush I used. I used the All Natural Creme Multistick in the shade Grapefruit. So that's what I used for my blush. But I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm just going to stipple it into my face. Stippling is basically just like pouncing it in. You can just do cream products for your bronzer and your blush and your highlight, but I think layering them really adds a lot more dimension than just like a one-toned, one-texture product. Now I'm going to go in with some blush. I'm going to use the KYLIE Cosmetics blush. It's their pressed powder blush in the shade Pink Power. Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm just going to take my beauty blender again and just pounce over everything we've done with our bronzer and our blushes, just to kind of push them into the skin. Right now, which is kind of sad, I should be on vacation in Mexico, which I told you guys about in my vlog video, that I was going to be going and hopefully vlogging that trip for you guys, but the coronavirus had different ideas again, which is fine. God has a reason for everything. Everything will work out. We are going to go on another vacation. We're debating to go to the same place. We're going to go to Playa del Mita, Mexico, which is on like the Pacific side. So we might still do that, but upgrade our trip since everything's so cheap right now. But we are throwing around Aruba or Curacao. So let me know in the comments below or DM me or something what you guys think we should do, because I've never been to either of those places. I've been to Mexico, but not the same area. What do you guys think would be better? I'm definitely still gonna try and vlog that trip. We'll probably go in July, so I'll keep you guys posted on that one. But I am gonna bake just a little bit, not so much bake, but just carve out my cheekbones again, like we did with the concealer, powder form now. I'm just gonna take this right here underneath my cheekbone. And this is still just the RCMA No Color Translucent Powder. I'm gonna use the BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is their pressed highlight in the shade Champagne Pop. So I'm going to use that, and I'm gonna use this on like a bigger brush just to kind of highlight all over the place, honestly. Ooh, look at that, it's so pretty. I also decided what college I'm going to over this break so far. Well, it's not really a break. We still have a little bit of homework, but over this so far, I've decided that I'm going to Miami University in Ohio. So I'm really excited for that. And yeah, that's super cool. I'm so excited. I'm looking for a roommate right now, which has been kind of fun, but kind of scary because I'm nervous. But that's what I've been really doing on my break. Let me know down below what you guys have been doing. I'm interested. Give me some new ideas and some new things to keep me busy. I'm going to go in with the highlight. This is the Jaclyn Hill Balm Loose Highlighter. So I'm just going to use whatever I got in the cap because honestly it's that strong. And I'm so glowy already, but I can't help it. So I'm just going to put a little bit right there. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm whispering because that was really scary. That was a lot. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Today is the day for going all out because you know what? No one is going to see me. I'm getting ready to go nowhere. So, you know, it's okay. I sound like Juan Pablo from The Bachelor. Do you guys watch The Bachelor? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or do I sound crazy? I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. Alright, so now that I got this like situation happening on my face, I'm gonna go in again with my beauty blender and just pounce over that to kind of push it into the skin so I don't look like a disco ball. Does that look good? Okay, the base is done. I know, it's been hours, it feels like. But we have a fun eye look today, so I'm excited to jump into that. All right, so let's start this off on a good note. We're gonna start with Miss James Charles over here, ex Morphe. Okay, hold on. Break. I gotta clean up my stitch so I can set my stuff down. Your girl's a little bit of a mess. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this tan peachy shade. And I'm going to use this because it pretty much matches my skin tone. And I'm just going to take a Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH30 brush. It's just super fluffy and it'll just disperse the product nicely. So I'm just going to take this and really put it all over my eye. Anywhere that the eyeshadow is going to touch. So I'm going to take it all the way from my inner corner on my eyelid, up by my brow bone, and towards the outside because you know how we flick our eyeshadow out there. So I'm going to take my Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette. It is extremely dirty, so my apologies. But I'm going to dip into the shade 1, 2, 3, 4 in from the left And I am running out of these 3 shades, and it is making me so sad because obviously they're my favorites. But yeah, this is just a good brown tone color that isn't too yellow, because I feel like when you're using a lot of dark shades, when you apply a yellow base, it kind of pops through and blends with the blacks, and it doesn't look very good. So I'm just going to go in with more of a pinkier based brown. I am like a chatty Cathy today. Who am I? It's quarantine. It's getting to me, guys. I don't know what to do. Now that I've pretty much blown that out over my whole eyelid, I am going to go in more precisely with a little bit of a darker color. I'm going to go in with the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH32 brush. This one's more tapered and long, so I could be more precise. I'm going to mix these 2 colors, which are the second down, second one in, and third one in. I'm just going to mix them, and I'm only going to use the slightest bit. Like, I'm talking, like, not even a lot. So I'm going to go in with this right, more in circular motions, but right in my crease. I'm not taking it up too high. I'm not bringing it too low. I'm being very specific with my placement. Okay, so now I'm going to dip in with this shade. Again, very light amount. This is 3rd row down, 6 over. Like, so light, so light, so light. And I'm just going to take this more towards the outer edge of my crease. So now that I really took my time blending that out, I think that looks really nice. You could see the defined crease, and it's also not too harsh, especially because we're going to put down a really dark shade on the eyelid. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other eye, and then I'll meet you back here when it's time to go in with some blues. So now I'm going to go back into Jamesy over here. I'm going to take the shade Brother right here, but I'm going to take a flat paddle brush like this. This is just like an Amazon brush. It's really not anything special. First, I'm going to go back in with that shade Canvas that we used before. That's the pale shade. And I'm just going to use that to really create, again, that blank slate on our eyelid. That'll help you also like find the line of where you should stop the blue. So I'm going to dip into Brother. I'm going to apply it to my eyelid. I'm going to start lower because you can always go higher. And it's just little amounts at a time and building up. You don't want to go in with like a huge swipe right away because that's when it gets out of control. One thing you absolutely don't want to do is take it too far into your inner corner because that's also where you reach a trouble area. But honestly, this eye look is super easy. It seems intimidating because of the colors we use, but honestly, I just slapped some browns on there, on my crease. And I'm just taking a blue shade on my lid, and I'm going to top it off with a sparkle. I'm just going to layer it on a little bit more just to intensify the color. Okay, so I think that looks good. I'm not going to bring it up too high because I don't want it to get too crazy, although to some of you this might look insane already. So I'm just going to go back into my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go back into the lightest shade we used. And I'm just going to use this to kind of diffuse the crease and blend it into the blue. And I'm just going to alternate between the blue and the brown to kind of just diffuse my crease. Okay, so I think that looks so good. I'm just going to go in with this other palette that I just got in my BoxyCharm. If you guys would like to see like a BoxyCharm unboxing video where I like try things on, as I unbox it for the first time, I would totally be up to doing that. I think they're really fun to watch. But I'm going to go in with this beautiful palette. Like, wow. You could tell I dipped into the blue. But I'm just going to take my finger with this because it's a glitter. But oh my gosh, I don't know if you could tell on camera, but it's like a blue-purple reflect. It is so beautiful. And I'm just going to take this on my lid and press and drag. Okay, and if you can see, I don't know if you could see on the monitor, but I am getting some fallout on my face right here. So all I'm going to do is just take my brush and just lightly flick it away. And you're good as new. I don't know if you could tell how beautiful this shade is. I'm going to turn the lights up. Maybe you could see it a little better. I don't know. It's so pretty. But yeah, it's stunning. I love that shade. I'm going to go ahead and do the lower lash line now. I'm going to go in with a small pencil brush, and I'm honestly just going to dip back into these brown shades that I used. I'm not going to take the blue on the bottom. I think that would be a little bit too much. I'm just dipping into basically every brown shade I used on the top, and just running it on my lower lash line. So now that that is all done, I'm going to go in with some eyeliner. I am honestly not a big eyeliner person. Like, I'll use eyeshadow to do eyeliner, but I never use like a kohl liner or even like a felt tip liner, slash like a liquid liner, but I am going to today because I think it's going to really make it pop. I'm going to use this cake pencil in the shade Trooper Black by Kat Von D, and I'm just going to use this to line my waterline, which means I'm going to put it inside my eye, just right where my eye line is. It shouldn't hurt if you have a good liner, but yeah, I just ran that on the inside, and I'm going to do it on the bottom. So I'm just going to go in with like a darker brown shade. You can use any darker brown shade. And I'm also going to line my lower lash line. And I'm just basically using this to buff out the liner that we just applied. I'm going to go in with this Ofra X Nikki Tutorials highlighter. It's their Everglow palette. And I'm going to mix the white shade and the gold shade. I'm then going to use this nifty thing I got in my BoxyCharm this month as well. This is the Metal Crush highlighter pen, but I'm just gonna take this and pop this right on the inner corner. The gold glitter in it really picks up on the blue, and it is just so pretty. So I'm using the applicator to put it on, and then I'm using my finger to pounce it in a little bit more. I'm gonna use my favorite mascara. I'm gonna use the Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara by L'Oreal, and I use the shade The Blackest Black. I'll go finish and I'll meet you back here. All right, guys, I'm back. Both eyes are done. I don't know if you can truly see how beautiful this is with all the lights, so I'll try and insert a clip so you can just see. So I'm gonna set my face, of course, with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray again. So I'm gonna mist that everywhere, and then I'm gonna let that dry for a second. I'm going to go in with some really nude lipstick. I'm not going to go crazy with my lipstick because the eye look is intense enough. So I went ahead and applied some chapstick. And I am going to go in with my Mellow lipstick in the shade Posh. And this is my favorite lipstick. And then I'm going to place a little bit of the Jaclyn Hill lipstick in the shade Amazeballs. I'm just going to put this right in the center of my lips just to tone it down a bit. And then I'm just going to go ahead and apply some gloss. This is the Ulta Beauty Vinyl Lip Gloss. It's just their clear gloss. And I'm just going to put this everywhere. Alright guys, so that is it for the look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys try this makeup look out. If you do, post it and tag me on Instagram or DM it to me or tweet it or whatever you want to do. I would love to see your looks. But yeah, thank you guys so much for following along. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy throughout this crazy couple weeks that we're going through. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this took your mind off some things or just was a good time waster for everyone who's just lounging in their beds all day. But I hope you guys enjoyed this look. It was so fun to create. And make sure you go follow me on Instagram at KirstenKathleen11. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And of course, share it with all your friends, because what else is everyone doing during these couple weeks? Laying in bed, watching YouTube, watching Netflix. Thank you again for sitting down and watching this. It means the entire world to me. I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Let me know if you have any video ideas. You can comment them down below. But yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!